Okay, we're restarting now, and I posted a new link on Stunt Hanger. I posted a new link on the live chat on YouTube, and I also posted the link to go to Stunt Hanger and try linking in from there if the YouTube site link doesn't work. So I'm online waiting to see if anybody pops in. One viewer has showed up so far. So let's see what happens. And we got 2 viewers. Okay, I'm just rearranging everything right now, and we'll start our conversation in just a moment. Okay. Okay, all set up. So I'm on. Looks like we got 2 viewers. I don't know what happened. Ken Colbert's back. Hey, Ken, thanks for coming back. And hopefully everybody can get back in. I don't know if we had a spammer do that to us. I don't know if it's possible for a spammer to do that to us. I guess it's possible for them to do anything. But we'll see. That's disappointing that that kind of thing happens. Me and Daryl were talking. Oh, okay, Steve's there. Hey, Steve, have you been watching?
Yeah, I finally get in.
Okay, good. Okay, Gerald's coming back. Yeah, everybody got kicked out. Okay. Looks like Gerald's back. We should be hopefully getting Jamie and Daryl. Minnesota Mike's back. All right. We're coming back to life.
Going again.
I got no picture with Gerald.
Yeah, we hadn't got your picture yet, Gerald.
Going now?
Yeah,
there we go. Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
I moved the computer because the kids are going to be home soon. My 2 boys will be home soon, so I might have to go. Depending on what we do when they get in.
Good. Well, all right. Sorry that happened, but maybe we can resume and continue on. So what you up to today, Steve?
Oh, not too much. Just had to work late, and I got to leave by about 5:45 in the morning. I just figured I'd jump on real quick. I seen there was some kind of problems, and
yeah. Well, we were clipping along pretty good, and all of a sudden a strange name signed in, and exactly at that same time everything just dropped out, except for I was sitting here all by myself. Still said it was live, but the people over on YouTube were saying the links didn't work.
Oh, you're not on your own. You've got your cat in the background, I can see.
Yeah, that's Professor. He's listening to our show tonight. I don't know what he's up to. He's been sitting on that table staring at the TV, which has now got a black screen on it, except for the Spectrum screensaver. But
is that a wood burner in the back there, Gerald?
Oh yeah, it's a wood burner. Yeah, it's our alternative energy when the power goes out, which is often where we are. Because we have power cuts frequently, we got a wood burning stove, so we can cook the dinner on that instead.
That's good. It's winter there now, right?
Yeah, it's winter and it's wet. It's not cold, it's just really wet. I was painting my model and then it got wet. My paint's gone terrible. The water got it. I was using acrylic and all the big runs down the side. Oh, just the humidity as well. So I'm going to do some reworking now.
That's too bad.
Yeah, it's actually a reworked what do they call twister with the profile added to make it into a sort of a mock or a basic carrier model.
Yeah, it's going to look nice when you get it done.
Yeah, a lot more work on it, but I wanted a model to go with my American board Vindicator. So I wanted a Japanese dive bomber so that would appear on all the carrier models.
That's
My
cool.
sons are quite, yeah, my sons are quite keen on building the different warbirds, as you can imagine. My boys like all the military stuff, so that was one that I was keen to do. Nice big wing, but the original dive bomber, any dive bomber like a hell, like a hell diver's got quite a nice big wing, which suits the Stunter well.
So it doesn't get real cold there in the winter.
We're on the top of the North Island, so it gets down to maybe 5 degrees below. We're in Auckland overnight, that would be about the lowest it would ever get, but normally you would get down to about 0 over the winter overnight, but most times we're down during the day we get down to about 10 or 12 degrees centigrade. I'm talking in terms of centigrade, so I'm probably confusing you there. But no, it's not, it's just wet. That's the main problem. We can't know our flying so and it's hard to paint anything.
Hey, Gerald,
No,
what's
well,
the weather in New Zealand or your part of New Zealand like in the summertime?
It tends to get windy. That's the main problem we have. We get moderately warm, but not really hot. It's not like Australia. We're a lot more our weather's more temperate. It's not tropical like Australia.
Yeah.
So it's quite nice flying weather because it's not too hot, but we just get the wind. It's the native name for New Zealand is Aotearoa, which means land at the long white cloud.
So New Zealand's at a lower latitude than Australia, is that right?
That's right. Yeah. We're probably like Argentina or something. A little bit cooler. But it's just the wind that's hard. That means you've got small models. You can get the wind can really get to them. I was flying a twin on the weekend, and the extra drag of the twin made it really hard to fly. And in the end, when one motor cut, my inboard motor cut, and I was flying along on the outboard wing, on the outboard motor, and I thought I'd bring it in really low, right on the outboard motor, and when it landed, the motor picked up and it started doing a big ground, it ripping around its lines, which was not terribly what you want to happen, but it was exciting. Everybody enjoyed watching it. Wish I got it on video.
Minnesota Mike posts, New Zealand, home of the world's fastest Indian. What does he mean by that?
Oh,
No.
that was
It's a racing motorcycle. They raced them out here on the salt flats down here out of Windover, Utah. You ought to get that movie and watch it. It's a cool story. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
I can't remember who starred in that. It was Anthony Hopkins. It's a good show.
Really?
Yeah, it's really a good show. Hey, Steve.
Burt Monroe. Minnesota Mike says it was Burt Monroe.
No, that's not right. It's Anthony Hopkins.
Uh,
It was put out probably 10 years ago or so. It's good, really a good show. And it's a true story. I had a hell of a time getting in here. I couldn't get in through Stunt Hanger. I had to come back in through YouTube.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
Well, it's really weird. I couldn't get in through YouTube. I had to go back in through Stunt Hanger.
That is crazy.
At the bench.
Yeah.
I have no explanations for all of that, but I'm glad y'all figured it out. So who are we missing? Daryl hadn't made it back.
Yeah, we're missing him. We're missing Charles.
Yeah.
Missing James.
They may all went to bed. It's after 11 o'clock here in the east.
Yeah, they might have. Oh, well. Sorry that happened. I don't know if we got spammed out or if it was just a server glitch, but I was suddenly sitting here all by myself, and it said it was live, but
I couldn't get in. It told me that something to do. I wasn't able to get back in, blah, blah, blah. And then you says, well, I'm going to go off and try to get in, try to start up again. And then I seen that you'd started, and I tried it must have been like my 4th time I finally got in. But the good news, I guess, if you want to look at my ugly face, is I got in with a camera.
yeah, I did definitely wanted to see your ugly face. Thanks.
Yeah, I didn't come in with a camera for the first hour or so, Steve. I was just talking, man, just blowing smoke.
I'm just going to get my boys. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we got more light on Steve tonight than usual.
Yeah, sure, man.
Yeah, I am on my phone instead of on my tablet.
Right on.
I don't know why that tablet is so dark, but it's not that dark in here.
Huh.
Oh, R.W. Bishop drops in. He says hi, but he can't stay. What's happening, R.W.?
Any thinking on your new airplane, Steve?
Yeah, we're still working on it. I tried to get a hold of Bob Hunt today, but he was busy. I got to try to get him a call tomorrow.
You know what? I was looking at those Yashenko sharks on that landing gear system, but I noticed that I still think the Brodak wire, the way they bend them and put them into where they latch into the top of the rib spar there, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's still a better way to go, because all you got to do is loosen one screw and take the other one out, you know, on your landing gear. What do you call it? Your strap, you know, to hold the landing gear wire on.
Yeah.
I think that is actually a better way to go, because what happens if you have one of those detents stick on you and you can't get your landing gear out, or it doesn't hold your landing gear in? You know, then you're flying through the air and all of a sudden the landing gear falls out.
Well, I'm going to try to turn this camera around. I'll show you what me and Samantha got built yesterday. Figure
Sounds
out
good.
how to turn this.
Hey, I'm back, guys.
Charles made it back.
Charles.
Hey, what's
You had
up?
any trouble getting back in, Charles?
Yeah, I went back in through Stunt Hangar.
That's crazy. I couldn't go in through there. I had to go through YouTube. Everybody else is going through Stunt Hangar.
All right, I'm gonna lock
This is,
here.
I don't know. I guess it's the front end part of an electric airplane. Dennis had Brodax cut it for me. This is what's going to be coming in their new SV11.
Okay.
So he changed it over all into American stuff because it was all with metric wood and stuff like that. I got to pull that plate out, but that's to mount, get everything straight for the motor. So I just put a temporary motor in it. But it came out really nice.
Cool.
And it's real light. And
Right
I
on.
kind of just did just kind of see how everything was going to fit in and everything. And
That's your arming wire there, huh?
yeah, and he has a special place, hardwood for the arming plug and stuff like that. So
Cool.
and it looks like this should just take the place of the crutch and everything in an SV11. I'm going to use it in that Staris because I wanted to lengthen the nose a little bit because it's electric, because they tend to be tail heavy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like it's going to work out perfect, and I'm going to cut this one off so I can lay it upside down like I normally build on a table, and then I'll put you can't see in there. There's a place where you cut out for the wings. That's right there,
I can see it. Yeah.
and I'll lay that down and then just build like normal, and see how that works out. But hopefully it'll work out okay.
Yeah, I bet it does.
But yeah, it went together real good. I mean, that laser cut stuff, and the sidewalls are balsa, and I was kind of wondering about how stiff it would be, but once it's all put together, the way Dennis did it, it really stiffens that thing up, and it's strong as any. I'd say stronger than the crutch and stuff that airplane, the front end's going to be. So
Right on.
Oh, very cool.
yeah, I'm gonna pull all the motor and stuff back out. I'll weigh it up, stick it on Stunt Hanger, and let everybody know what it weighs all done. I still got to get the battery hatch in. I got to get mag stuff and get that
It
in.
looks like Gerald's got his young guys in here with us.
Yeah, here we go.
Hey, boys.
Hi,
Hey,
guys.
how y'all doing tonight?
Say hello next.
Hey, good to see you.
We're back from school. Just found the bird lying on the road.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's in shock.
Yeah.
Yeah, last time we looked after a kingfisher and it's now time to look after a more colourful bird.
Yeah, we found the
Wow.
parrot had been hit by a car. So
Oh, man.
the cat's inside. So, we put it in the shed, but it happens because we're on a main road and it's very busy, and the bird has been hit by a car, and
Yeah,
You just need to give it something to eat and get the cats out of its way.
Did you say, was it a parrot? Is that what you said?
A parrot, yes, a parrot. Might fall for a parrot.
That's not something we have flying around in this neighborhood.
No.
Me neither.
That's an Australian import.
You guys getting excited to go flying?
Yeah, we have, yeah.
Yeah,
We
sweet.
did flying. We went flying,
On the weekend.
yeah, on the weekend.
Yeah.
Are you guys in school right now?
Yeah.
You're just home from school, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
You just
Oh,
go
one
on
more
school
thing,
bus.
we
You
did,
get- Do you get summer vacation from school?
Yeah, you get a break over the Christmas
yeah,
time.
one thing, we did, in the weekend, I did fly in the wind, so did Max,
And it was very difficult.
and it was very difficult, but I controlled it, and I think I'll bring some planes.
Nice.
And the thing is, with that power we had made inside, is that we found a school bus. It might have crashed and found a school bus. And the thing is that Jackie's bus driver brought it in for us to look after.
Do you want to go and grab your showman and you can
Yeah.
show them your showman? It's just inside the modelling room door that we've been working on. You want to grab your showman, Otto?
I have a hard time understanding what he's saying, but glad they're excited about it though.
Me too. That's nice.
So I've been trying to organise a stunt contest in Auckland and
Oh,
try and
cool.
get people to come.
Oh, yeah.
Cool, guys.
The elevator and stuff are fully operational at the moment.
Yes, all I need is a bit of paint.
Open paint.
Yes,
So do you want to tell them what sort of model it is?
it's a showman, and last time we showed you it, it didn't have.
Tell them.
Yes, but now we've got covering on and the wall.
Nice
Yeah.
work.
Looking really good.
Yes.
Yeah, those
Do you
look
mind-
like nice, good wings for a stunner. Looks good.
What kind of engine you're gonna have on it?
Well,
OS,
OS 15.
yeah. 8.4 prop, OS 15.
Well, we're just we'll be painting them soon, so we'll show you how they look then.
Oh, I can't wait until you guys get them ready to fly so we can see them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
We'll
cool.
put a-
You
Now,
guys do really nice work.
I love the swept back tail feathers. That's a great shape.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, classic lines, eh?
Yes, and also another thing is I'm promising to have it dark green, yellow stripes on the wing, and blue and red, and having the showman and Antarctica writing on this way, maybe on the fuselage.
Sweet. That's nice.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait till see them when they're done.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
I think I'll leave mine a surprise.
Oh, the paint job, you'll leave as a surprise.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, thanks a lot.
Well, now you guys have got me excited to go build some planes.
Well, I better sign us off. And
Yeah.
I'll bid you all a good evening. And
Yeah, you too.
we'll say goodbye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Have a good
Thanks for
day.
coming to visit.
See ya.
Bye.
Thanks for hospitality.
That's awesome.
All right.
Well, guys, I'm gonna leave too. I got to get up so early in the morning.
Okay,
right.
Steve.
Glad this is working for you. I'll.
Hey.
Have a good week. And we'll
Have a
good
see
week,
you
man.
later.
Yep. Take her easy.
Have
All
a
right,
good one.
good night.
Good night.
One thing I meant to mention too
Hey,
is
Daryl.
that I'm not going to be. Oh, hey, Daryl, you made it back finally.
Yep.
I don't know what happened, but I'm glad everybody's back. I guess we got our full complement back now. So this is a good time for me to mention I will not be doing the show this Friday night And usually when I can't do it on Friday, I'll do it on Thursday. However, I'm going flying Thursday evening, and whether I'm going to be in any shape to do a show Thursday remains to be seen. So I'll let Sparky know about it. Maybe he'll take over for me. I may or may not be able to do it Thursday, but definitely not Friday this week.
He's still up in Dayton, huh?
Yes, he is. He's got his little efficiency apartment with his refrigerator reportedly full of Dr. Pepper. I told him to go get some of those State Fair corn dogs and fill it up with that.
I tried some of that Dr. Pepper. Actually, I kind of got hooked on the damn stuff.
That's all Sparky drinks. I remember from his earliest videos, he always had a Dr. Pepper on the table.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I tried the diet stuff and the real stuff. They both taste about the same.
Oh, do they?
Mm-hmm.
I never did care much for diet sodas, but
Yeah.
if I drink too many diet sodas, I might blow away with a stiff breeze. So I gotta drink the fattening stuff.
Do you remember the RC, the Royal Crown Cola?
They used to make that right here in Columbia. Yeah.
Was that right?
Yeah.
RC Cola.
Yeah. And you know what else? It was next door to the Shakespeare Fishing Tackle company, where Shakespeare fishing rods were made. It's on Shakespeare Road. RC Cola and Shakespeare side by side.
We used to drink them when I was working out on the farm when I was a kid.
Yeah, supposed to have a moon pie with your RC Cola.
Yep, a moon pie, chocolate and banana.
Yeah, we gotta get us stocked up on moon pies and sun chips and stuff like that for the eclipse coming up. My house is dead center of the shadow.
I noticed that. I looked at the map where that was going across the country and seen that, and I have to drive about 120 miles north of me to get in the middle of it.
Yeah, that's kind of a long way to go for an eclipse.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping some guys in our model club will want to go up there, though. I'm thinking maybe I'd like to go up there and get on a high mountain and check it out.
Triple Tree Aerodrome up there where they have the Joe Nall event, which is 90 minutes west of Columbia, is having a fly-in. Starts the day before the eclipse and goes through that. I guess it's a Thursday, the 21st. And unfortunately, I can't make it because I got this dialysis day. But that'd be fun. I'd love to be able to go up to Triple Tree and watch it from there. It's such a wide, clear area, perfect view.
Well, I can't believe that people are cashing in on that. Like up above here, about 80 miles north where I'm at right here, there's people renting like their houses. They're taking off and they're renting their houses.
Wow.
And unbelievable prices they're getting out of them. And some people are opening up their, big lawns and stuff so they can rent places for people to park. And like, come on in here, $60 a day or whatever. People are paying for it.
We're expecting
unbelievable.
a huge influx of people coming to Columbia to watch it. And I guess that would be Greenville, Columbia, and Charleston. All three are in pretty good viewing areas. I think Columbia might be the best of them.
Huh. Yeah, there's people coming in here from even out of the country to see this stuff.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah, isn't that something? It just blows me away.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you something.
I got my viewing kit, though. I've got my booklet of information and my glasses, and I'm going to try to get some spare glasses because I want to take one of the lenses and tape it over my camera lens so I can get some photographs of it.
Yeah, hopefully that will work. Last Friday night when I was down in Utah at my daughter's place, my grandson has a great big old spotting scope he got for his birthday one year. And he set that up on his big tripod, and we was looking at the moon. This thing has a 600 power lens, 600. And it's incredible. Then he zoomed over. We went over to the west and looked at Jupiter. And then we came over back almost to the moon, and you could see Saturn. and you could see the big old ring around Saturn.
Oh,
It
wow.
was
That is
amazing, man. It was cool.
Yeah.
I said, man, good thing I don't have this thing. I'd be using this thing all the time. It was
Yeah.
neater than hell.
I'd love to have a good telescope to play with. I've
God,
got
I couldn't believe
I've got an app called Sky Map on my telephone that I can
Yeah.
point at the sky, and it tells me exactly what I'm looking at.
that is something else. My daughter was using that too, and we was looking at that, and I was going, I didn't even know they had such a thing, man. Sky Map. Yeah, it was. You look it up there, and it'll tell you the stars and the,
Yep.
you know, like the North Star out of the Big Dipper, and all this stuff that's up there. It's like, that's unbelievable. It's neater than heck.
What you got, Charles? You look like you were fixing to show us something a minute ago. That's still
Oh no, repositioning my plane to actually drive. I'm gonna put in the new blind nut. So I'm just gonna mount the motor and cinch it tight and then glue it in.
You got a hatch on top where you can open it up to get to it, huh?
I just caught I only had one bad blind nut, so I just cut a little notch right where the one blind nut was bad at, and so I didn't take the whole top lock out. But yeah, my this Nobler has a top lock, unlike the ARFs. Like I said, not much ARF left in this plane. It really is been pretty tricked out.
I think you're really gonna like that 46 LA.
It's a
I
good
hope
engine.
so.
It's a good
You know,
engine.
They run really good.
They do.
I wish I had a Brodak 40. I really liked that motor.
I got 4 of them, I think, or 5. I heard a vicious rumor that they're going to discontinue them last year, and then they brought in another order. So I grabbed a few of them.
Yeah, I need to grab one. It's just so many things I want.
That's me too. So many things I want.
Yeah, can't get them all, but
Well, you can try.
I know I can try. That's right, Daryl.
Yeah. The trick is not getting caught sneaking it in the door.
Say it again.
The trick is not getting caught sneaking it in the door.
Yeah.
I know.
You gotta be fast getting out to the mailbox and sneaking back in.
Yeah.
That's
My wife will come in and say, Rusty, you got airmail.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
That's all right. I keep it under control. Minnesota Mike suggests using a welding helmet for viewing the eclipse.
It's too dark. You need like a acetylene and oxygen.
The goggles.
It's a number six cutting lens is about right. Anyway, that's what I heard.
Got to be real careful with those things because you don't want to. It may not seem like it, but you can damage your eyes if you're not focused.
Yeah.
Another thing is there are some markings on the glasses that certify that they are safe to use, and it's possible to pick up glasses that are not safe to use. And so I can't tell you what the markings are, but whatever it is, find out and make sure.
Optometrists, don't Google it.
They're
Yeah.
all over the place. They're selling them all over the place up here. These little cheapies like the 3Ds you use in the movie house.
That's what
But these
they
are
look like.
actually lenses that are actually made for, looking at this eclipse. So they're not supposed to be damaging your eyes.
Yeah. Holly and I took our glasses outside yesterday just to look and make sure we knew exactly where the sun was going to be at that time.
Yeah.
And looked through our glasses, and it was really cool looking. The sun, without the eclipse, just looking at the sun through the glasses. I was afraid to look for very long, but I was hoping I could see some sunspots or something, but I didn't stare at it that long, but it was really awesome looking.
Huh.
Yeah, I think you
Big
need
red
a
ball.
telescope for sunspots.
You what, Daryl?
I think you need a telescope for sunspots.
Yeah, like Copernicus.
Always. I had to take my Oriental flight this year. You guys going to do the ringathon there in October?
Yeah, I've got a micro ringmaster with a TD010 on it, and that's what I'm going to fly. I've never flown a ringmaster before, besides just one flight on that one.
Is that a profile wing or built up?
It's profile. Yeah, it's just a little. It's about this big, you know, and tiny little plane with a slab wing and a profile fuse.
Actually, I do. I have a TD010. I picked it up probably about 20 years ago at a meeting. This fellow, he got his eyesight and everything went, so he just sold off everything. And nobody wanted this engine. And I said, oh, hell, I'll buy it.
Boy, don't get rid of it. They're expensive.
Ken Colbert says he's got to go, but he'll be back by September the 1st. And so we'll see you then, Ken. Be careful. And look forward to seeing you back. Good night.
See you, Ken.
See you, Ken.
See you, man.
Did you ever patch the wing on that thing, Charles?
What?
Did you ever patch the wing on your orange plane? I think it was a T-Rex.
I have.
That holy wing was in the background for like months.
That's actually a full plane. It's actually complete. It's electric.
You
It's
said
gonna have I don't have any batteries. I haven't put the electric stuff in it, but it's a electric T-Rex.
Oh, really? How's it fly with the electric?
Say again?
How's it fly with the electric?
I don't know. I've never flown it.
Oh.
The plane was given to me basically gutted. And another friend, he gave me everything but batteries to try electric. And, you know, batteries are pretty expensive for that big of a plane.
That's a big airplane.
Yeah, you might be looking at Hobby King for those.
Yeah.
And you don't need, for that 35C would probably be all you need. You get up to 50 and 60, those things start getting heavy. As a control line, you're running at a constant power. So, you know, you'll probably, if you program a little bit of gain in there, it's still not going to need a lot of amps. So try to get around 35C, and that'll keep your weight down a little bit in the batteries.
All right, a 35C battery. Okay. Now I've seen like 4S's. I thought maybe like I need a 4S.
Probably need a 4-cell, yeah.
Now 4S and then 35C, those are two different criteria, right?
Well, it's the discharge capacity I'm pretty sure is what the 45C means. It'll dump. You know, you get a 50C, it'll dump more power at once than a 35, but it's also a thicker, heavier battery. I'm not 100% on how these things work, but I do know that the higher you go in the C, the more it'll dump power, plus they weigh more.
Okay.
Plus the heavier wires and just heavy. Like I'm
And
running 35s in mine and they're good.
Mike says his welding helmet's adjustable.
Yeah, I've got one that's adjustable.
I was talking to my son about welding helmets tonight because he needs one, and we were talking about different options he could get, and some of them are clear until you strike the tip, and all of a sudden it goes dark. But those, he says you can get welding helmets for $20, and then the next iteration up is a couple of $100, I think. So I think Mike's probably got one of the expensive ones.
Those arc triggered ones are expensive.
Yeah, the lens that's automatic is usually over $100 itself.
Yeah.
They're awesome though.
It's all I use. I
Not
use
me,
one all the time.
I haven't bought one yet.
Now they didn't have those back when I was welding in the, I guess the 70s was the last time I used a welding mask.
Last year when I was welding up a mount for my new pipes on my shovel head, you couldn't get mounts. So I had to go get some cold rolled steel and some flat plate, and I welded up my own. That was probably the last time I held that welder. Yeah, been last summer. I got a little cheapy Lincoln wire feed flux core. Works pretty good for that kind of stuff.
I got one, but it isn't cheap. Mine's an SP 125, 135. And I use mine for welding aluminum and welding wire.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got the
I want
aluminum
to
gun
try
with it.
aluminum.
Huh?
I want to try welding aluminum, but I'll have to get a nice welder for that.
Yeah, mine's the aluminum spool gun. It works pretty good. But to really do aluminum, you need a TIG setup.
Pig seems to be the best.
Yeah.
All I've ever welded is just heavy iron and steel. I've never welded anything like stainless or aluminum or anything like that.
So you're used to stick.
Yeah, I never was fully trained how to do it either. I could weld, but never really got enough experience with it to be good at it.
That's how I used to make my living back in the day.
I did for a couple of years welding. Yeah, we used to weld up. We used to build roll-off containers for trucks when they just first started recycling shit back in the early 80s. That was the most welding I ever did, and that was a long time ago. It was all stick. Used an old Hobart 3-cylinder air-cooled welder.
Yeah. Well,
The
you guys,
thing we had where I worked was, oh Lord, it was probably, I don't know, 6 feet tall and 7 feet wide and full of all kinds of dials and knobs and stuff. I never did learn how to operate it. It was a huge machine.
you know, if you guys want to see the T-Rex I've been working on, I'll go downstairs and get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, man.
All right.
I'm gonna hit the refrigerator for a second. I'll be right back. I don't have any Dr. Pepper in there.
Hey, Daryl, I was watching your channel. I didn't see the whole thing, but I liked that video of the Jester.
Oh, yeah, that was Bruce Perry's plane. Yeah, he designed that.
And that is a nice looking plane, and it looks like it flies really good. I didn't watch. I'm gonna watch it later, but I remember I think I saw that model in Stunt News.
Yeah,
And
probably.
yeah, but it looks like it flies really nice.
Oh, it flies beautifully. Now, they just started using vortex generators. One of the guys in the club tried it, and he was just raving. So Bruce put a couple on his Jester,
Right?
and he can't believe the difference it made.
Really? You know, I've seen Howard Rush's
Yeah.
his impact with all those vortex generators, and then you know, at the
Bruce said it.
Championship, there's quite a few planes that come with vortex generators. You know, it's just it'd be nice for me to try it, but
He
If I
said
like-
it turned a heavy airplane into a light airplane.
wow. Yeah, I don't even know how to
Yeah, it's
orient them. I mean, how do you put them on? Where, what angle? You know.
yeah, I'll be trying it
Uh-oh.
here soon.
Here comes the T-Rex.
Yeah, no, Bruce, he started running when it quit, and the thing stayed airborne and didn't lose any altitude with those vortex generators on. He could
Wow.
have kept it up as long as he had wind in the sails.
That's amazing. Wow.
I'm
All the big guns have them.
quite shocked at how well they work.
I mean, all the top pilots seem to have them.
There's a reason for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and especially if you got a heavy bird, you might want to put them on. Like my
Yeah, I have
I wouldn't bother because the airplane's too light. But the Skyray, I'm going to try them on that one.
Do you know where to get them at?
I'm going to make them.
You can make them yourself? Very cool. Yeah, it's hard to make.
I'll get the measurements from what the ones Bruce has, and I'll make them so I can stick them on that wing. And he said you only need 2 per wing on that airplane. I think he's got 4 per wing on his. And just watching the thing glide, him able to run backwards and keep it at altitude. It was something he couldn't do before.
Well, that's proof positive.
I wish I had it on video.
Yeah, I wish you did too.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna when I try it, I'm gonna do the video and see what kind of difference.
That'd be interesting to see that.
It'll all be experimental.
Can you see that airplane back there?
I see it back there.
Is that the same color of the one you had?
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah.
They got an elliptical wing, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Elliptical wing. Yeah.
Ooh.
Did you put shear webbing in it to stiffen the wing up?
You know what? I did. I used some like 0.0 ounce fiberglass and glued it through there, and then I glued it with epoxy.
Wow, I've never heard of people using fiberglass for shear webbing for the wing, right?
Yeah, and then what I did is it's got that big it's about 5/16 by 3/4 main spar that you put in one and then you put it in the other one, and that glues it together.
Right.
And then up on top, around the top and the back, I just used regular fiberglass cloth and then epoxied it on.
Interesting. Okay.
So that one's from a kid, is it?
No, that's a Brodak. That's a Brodak ARF.
Oh, is
So
it?
did you just
Yeah.
stick the fiberglass to the face between the spars? From
No,
the top spar to the bottom?
It goes all the way around from the leading edge all the way
Oh, you wrapped it.
about
Okay.
a 1/4 inch from the trailing edge, because I didn't want to get any glue running down on my the area where your push rod's going to be for your control horn for your flaps.
Yeah.
And then you got a little up and down, because they got the way the Brodak kit is, it's got a piece of wood on the wing there that is for going inside the body, so it centers the wing inside the body to keep it straight when you build it.
Mm-hmm.
And you fit in there just right.
Okay.
And then when I got it, I epoxied the wing on. And then after I did that, there were some places that had gaps. Now, this is how I fill gaps. When you get gaps, what I do is I take like I usually use, what do they call it? Viva paper towels. Because Viva paper towel has a lot less, put it this way, a lot less
Impressions?
no, it's not the impressions, it's the lint. It has way less lint than most your other, at least that I know of, paper towels. So what I do is I take a little piece of that, usually 3 or 4 inches long, and I roll it up and I get it wet. And I squeeze the water out of it where it feels like it's just damp.
Mm-hmm.
Then what I do is I push that in my gaps, okay? And you push it in your gaps, not till it goes through, but it'll fill up your gap, and you still, like this, you'd have about 3/30 seconds of a gap in there that you could still feel full of glue.
Yeah.
So what it is, it's a backing. It's a backing that will fill up that hole
Without draining through to the other side. Yeah.
Right. And you can glue against that. So that's your new backing, and it works really well. And then after I did that, then I took they gave me a pretty good strip of extra of that covering, that's orange covering.
Right.
If I had it over here close, the damn thing's so big but I'll bring it over here. Maybe you can see it.
Oh, now I got a better idea what size that plane is. It's a big plane.
It's a big bird, that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big plane.
What I did was in here in the wing root, I cut strips about 3/4 of an inch wide, and I laid them in there, and then I covered that with my heat iron to where it looks really nice across here with the, you know, the way it should be, your transition from your body to your wing.
Yeah.
And I did that on the bottom also. And then I also did it here where the body mates up with the bottom of the fuselage here. I went around there, the front and the back here, and I filled that up to where it looks a lot better. I didn't elect to do it back here. I could still do it, but I haven't. Where the body is around here mating up to the stabilizer. I might do that. It'll look a little better doing that. And that's wide enough right there. I think I probably will.
That's
But
gorgeous.
it's all done. Yeah, that's a pretty airplane. It's all done other than there's the big old stinking 75 in this thing.
Mhm.
I got it plumbed in for Uniflow. There's my fill tube and my Uniflow pressure line right there. So I hope it flies good because my kid, it's my boys. I just told him I'd build it for him. At 80 ounces, it's a big, heavy plane, but with 75 engine in it, I think it'll roll it through the sky pretty well.
Yeah,
PA 75.
What's that?
You have PA engine in it.
Well, you know what? If I had a PA engine in here, I probably wouldn't have had to put any weight in the tail, which would have really made it fly nice. But I didn't have $500 to put in it for my kid. It's his airplane.
Yeah, you're right about that. I don't have 500.
Yeah, if my son wanted to spend $500 to do that, I would have said I'd be glad to put a PA in there or a stock pair either way.
And for me, that'd be more like 700, 750 Canadian.
Is that right? Oh yeah, because we got the money exchange. You know what? You look on the map, Daryl. I live in Pocatello. It's probably pretty much straight down, going south from where you live.
I've been there.
Have you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been up where you're at, but going clear up to Peace River, hunting up that way. So,
yeah, we get a lot of Yanks up here hunting.
oh yeah, yeah. When we went up there, they kept asking us if we was moose hunting. I said, no, we're bird hunters.
Hey, so Wally, I don't quite understand with the Viva paper towels. Is it like a do you wedge it into the that space and then you trim it off so it's not showing, or you mentioned you ironed it down? I'm a little bit confused.
No. What you do with the Viva is you get it wet, and then what you can do is, like, if you got a place in your wing here, well, no, like from here to here, you got a gap in it.
Sure.
What you do is you just push it in there with a knife or something like a screwdriver. I use a screwdriver, put it quite a bit. Push it in there to where it's still in there, but you still have a gap there to fill up with glue.
Okay.
See what the water will do for you. It'll help you. It'll help form to the gap size you have right there. And then when it's in there, then what you do is it's a backing. So the glue will go into the backing, which is it, and it'll stay there to where it'll harden up and it won't drip down through your wing, trying to go to the other side.
This is epoxy?
Yes, that's what I fill this up with epoxy across here. I epoxy all my wings in.
Do you use a heat gun to make it flow down into the gap better or anything like that? Or
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do, but on this airplane, I didn't do that.
Yeah.
Because I mixed it. Now, another thing you can do with epoxy, you can put it in warm water for a few minutes, and it'll thin it out, and it mixes up a lot better than when it's cold.
Yeah.
But yeah, heat gun, you can do that too. But I didn't use a heat gun because this covering right here, I didn't want to mess with that covering.
Yeah, that messed that up all right.
See, and my son did that to his Strega, and it put a little bubble in it right here because it got hot enough to put a bubble in it. So, this covering, I stay away from the heat gun unless I'm actually trying to shrink the cover somewhere.
I love
But-
this step with the
But
paper
if you
towel.
do that, Charles, you can fill that right up with glue, and it'll dry right there. It won't bleed through the other side because you have a backing there that you're using your paper for.
Okay, and let me tell you what. Next time I do a wing, that's exactly what I'm going to do with the gaps in it, and I'm going to put it in because I always make bill threads. I'm gonna write that in my bill thread, but I'll give you due credit for that tip. I like that.
See, that's a process that I've been using on plastic models for years. In fact, I don't know if you can see it or not, but right over there on my coffee table is a P-61 Black Widow. That's a plastic airplane that's got a 24-inch wingspan. One of these days I'll have this camera hooked up and everything where I can swing all this around to get you to where you can get some close-ups. But
Yeah.
it's a beautiful airplane. Then over there in the corner I have 2 curio cabinets that's clear full of plastic models that I've built. I've got plastic models all over the country. I mean, clear over to Florida. I've got them over there. You go over to Kissimmee, Florida, in their museum, in Tom Richards' office. He's got one of the airplanes that I built him. So yeah, I've got plastics all over the place. I built hundreds and hundreds of plastics.
Very, very cool.
Tell me one more time the name of the plane you're holding.
This is a T-Rex by Brodak. It's
Okay.
yeah, it's for a 60 to a 75 engine, and this
Is it an
has
old-time Stunt?
this is a competitive.
Modern. Okay.
Yeah, this is for the real deal here.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, I gotta sign off. I gotta get up 5 o'clock in the morning.
Okay,
Okay, Daryl.
we'll
Hey,
see,
Thanks for
Daryl.
coming, man. Glad you were able to get back in for part 2.
But yeah, I hope this airplane flies good for him. For my son, I'm sure it will fly. I can't wait to fly it to see.
Yeah.
I want to see how it'll fly up high. And the other day when I was at my daughter's place looking at them stars and stuff, I was looking up and going, oh man, I'm getting a headache. And I don't know how I'm going to do a figure 8 this
Well,
summer.
you don't constantly
Jeez.
keep your head cocked back when you are looking up on an airplane.
No,
You know.
yeah, you're moving around and stuff,
Yeah.
but
Hey,
oh man.
I just got a big message over on YouTube in color that I just received NZ $5 from Gerald Wimmer through the super chat. Thank you, Gerald.
Hey, awesome.
Hey, that is top notch.
Yeah,
Thanks, man, for you and your boys.
that's awesome, man.
That's awesome.
I better write that down so make it official.
I'm gonna put this on the sofa again.
All righty, man. Good job, man. Good job.
Okay, I just typed. Thanks a whole lot, Gerald. We appreciate you and your boys.
Hey, Rusty.
Yeah.
Wanted to this is a cardboard box that my neighbor's on. It's probably like 3 feet deep, 4 feet deep.
Yeah.
And it allows me to put the wing down, and when I want to do some work on it, I don't know if you ever had a need for that, but
That's how I always built my half A's.
okay.
See,
And when I started getting into the bigger planes, I had a kitchen, just a kitchen size trash can, and put a brick in the bottom of it and then just lined the top. And that was good for setting a wing down in and having it stand upright.
And here also, yeah, it's exactly right. It kind of gives some
And this is
stability.
even easier than using the workmate because, the gear get in the way when you're trying to put it between the gaps in a blanket and the workmate.
okay, you guys, this here is your plain Jane Viva paper towel.
Gotcha.
Okay, this one here is the one with the little sheets.
Let me
So
lock
what
it
you
on
do
you.
is you take a piece of this, and you'll find out what you can do depending on the gap. This is usually about the size of paper
Yeah.
I will use. Okay, then take it and just dip it in some water, which I have some right here because I was using sandpaper, and then you just squeeze all the water out of it until it's just damp. And then you can take it and pull it back apart. It takes a little time sometimes because you get it all watered up. Just pull it back out. And then what I do is I roll it. If I have a wing joint that I want to put it in, just roll it.
Yeah.
And then you can put it in your wing joint and you can just push it in there with a knife, or you can use a screwdriver, whatever you think. You can even use a toothpick. And like if I wanted to do a hole, say for instance, there was a hole, like say for instance, this prop up, I could take this and round it up like this and push it in there. See, right now it's flush with my thumb, but now I could take a pin and I could push it in there a little farther and it'll stay in there. Same kind of thing. It's still in there. And now if I wanted to, I could fill this up full of glue and put it in this position. The glue would dry and it would stay in there and it wouldn't come through the bottom because that keeps it from coming through the bottom. Now,
and it would also soak into the paper and make that a part of the structure too.
Yeah. So now your paper is your backing to keep your glue from coming down here and dripping all over the place.
Yeah.
Now
and that works in any kind of a joint. Anytime you want to fill up a seam, even the little seams, just the littler amount of tissue you would use in there, and just push it in. You don't want to push it all the way through because then, you know, you got a piece of towel in there running around, but your glue when it dries will glue to this.
Yeah.
And this paper will stay in there and never hurt a thing. I've
been using for about the same thing. I've been using 32nd and 64th balsa or ply and stuffing it down in there. And also, you know, either that way or your way with paper towels, if you wanted to, you could start in the center and build up layer by layer with CA for those who are inclined to use CA on things like that. And it would be like a rock holding that. I mean, it ain't going anywhere. And then you can start at the center, do it out to one side, and then flip it over and do it the other way. Yeah, NP joined this video call. That's who joined right before we died last time.
Who's that?
NP.
Oh,
capital N, small p.
But you know, it's just one of those things you have to make your call on what you want to do where, you know. But for like me, for wing gaps, especially because like you get wing gaps, usually they fit here and they don't here and they fit here.
Yeah, it's like it's
and you get them to fit, but they still have a little bit of a wave in them. If there's very much, and I'm worried about glue running down inside of it, I'll just back it up with paper.
Yeah.
But you can do what you do too, also, Rusty. Is you can.
Well, your way is easier for a lot of things. Yeah.
So, you know.
Well, he just died. We all just died. Okay, I just realized I'm sitting here with dead air with 3 viewers. Guys, we got knocked off again. Whoever's watching, somebody in capital N space lowercase p, NP, tried to log in or logged in, I don't know, an hour or so ago and killed everybody. And then it just happened again, but it was time to close the show anyway. I was just getting on a roll too. I was enjoying that conversation about working on while he's playing, but crap. Like I said, I am going to not be broadcasting on Friday night, and I've got a flying expedition on Thursday, so I'm not sure how I'm going to feel Thursday night. It depends on. Well, it could rain. There's a good chance of that all week. But, you know, if I get back late, I might start late and end early or something, you know, but unless I'm just completely dragging, I'll see if I can get on and do something, and I'll let Sparky know. Maybe he'll do one. But anyway, that's it for Monday night. So I will see y'all sometime later in the week, and y'all take care. Thanks, Gerald, for doing that super chat donation. I really appreciate that. You and your boys are great. I love seeing how enthusiastic they are. And that's the $ at the bottom of the YouTube chat. If you click on that, you can, I think there's a minimum of, I don't know, might be less than $1, but you know, if you could send us some walking around money, help keep this going, me being able to do it, you know, spending my time, that's about all I spend on it, but Sparky spends a lot more than time on it. So, you know, support Control Line. And until the end of the week, like Sparky always says, fair winds, tight lines. See ya. And don't forget to like us and subscribe. Good night.